Hey, good morning, Minecrack. It is the 5th day of July, 2012, and I'm going to be working today on creating a drop chute to have animals fall through, and more than likely, since this can be my second to last episode of Good Morning Minecraft before Zeldathon, it's probably going to be here over Zeldathon, so I hope the people don't mind. Yeah, I hope the prankers don't mind, because I know that everybody's going to come and prank me during Zeldathon, because they're going to know I'm going to be away, so my house is going to become just like Prank City. And I'm okay with that. But anyway, here is your picture of the day, provided by Johnny the Director, who is half Australian, I believe. Because, I don't know, man. I'm not rotating your picture. I'm not. You have to realize it's almost Zeldathon. I'm not going to bother with those advanced video hoozle bobbles rotating 90 degrees. Gosh, man. Who do you think you're dealing with? And it looks like he has some coffee, and I hope you do enjoy your coffee, as well as whatever biscuity goodness that is. And yes, I do say biscuity goodness for everything. I don't care what it is. Even pancakes are biscuity goodness. And that's the way it is. Anyway, video-wise today, I'm going to be putting out Super Paper Mario. And that's going to be the last episode of Super Paper Mario until after... I probably should break that. Oh gosh, I'm kind of tore it apart there. Oops. It's going to be the last episode of Super Paper Mario until after the break. So, I'm sorry, but that's going to be the end of it, boys. For now. Don't worry, it will return. I need to get signs. 4 signs to be. Actually, I want to go with 6. But yeah, it's going to be the last episode of Paper Mario till after I get back from Zeldathon. Today, actually, is when Wilco and Silver are both arriving, and I'm thrilled about that. Why did I do it like that? I'm so stupid. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just completely an idiot. That's okay. I'll fix this. Anyway, I gotta talk about actually. I gotta talk about Zeldathon because I'm sure you're not tired of talking about Zeldathon. Zeldathon. Anyways, Zeldathon. So the marathon is beginning on Saturday, and today I want to talk a little bit more about marathon theory. And today I'm going to be discussing. What am I going to be discussing? The games. I'm going to be discussing 2 subjects actually today, since I have these are short subjects. At a marathon, I'm talking about gaming marathons. You're going to be playing a video game, and the thing I'm going to say is it doesn't matter what game you play. A lot of people who come to marathons aren't as interested in games as you would really think. Of course, yes, that is a huge part of it, but it's not as really that important. I'm going to fall down here. The thing that you got to keep with your games is keeping it interesting for people to watch, and having challenges is one of the biggest thing. If you have a challenge, that's what people like. I'm guessing it's going to negate fall damage just like I would a person, so I'm going to go like that. So having challenges, like we're going to be doing a race of Ocarina of Time 3 heart run, and that's going to be pretty darn beautiful, as well as, having a second Quest Zelda run. We're going to be doing the linked ending, doing like special things with your games is what's kind of important. I only really need 1 bucket. There's a infinite water spring right next here. But yeah, just having these gaming challenges is what's important. And hopefully the animals will fall through this like a human would. Or a player. I guess we'll find out. I need to build something else, though, during this episode. I can't stop here. I got other things to do. And sorry, I'm a little bit more scatterbrained. I got a lot of stuff on my mind right now. But having these like challenges and goals during the marathon is very important for you to do to make the games interesting. Or making it so you're not going to play the entire game until you get to a certain donation amount. That also will make the games more interesting. And people ask me if you should have a lengthy or short game series, like if you should do Zelda where the games last 12 hours sometimes, or should you opt for something a little bit more tame, like just doing short little NES games. And my answer doesn't really matter. As long as you make the games interesting, they're going to watch. So that's the basic thing about games, is just have fun with it. And you don't have to play a series. You can build just have a theme around it and build that theme around your website. Like if you're going to be doing Zelda, make Zelda stuff all over your website. If you're going to be doing Nintendo 64 games, put Nintendo 64 logos, make stuff like that, put those all over. I think I'm going to go mining while I do this. That'll do for a pick. I have a water bucket. Okay, let's go. But yeah, just being able to whatever game you want, go for it. As long as it's a fun game, people will watch it. That's been true with Desert Bus, which is an extremely boring and hard to play game. It's just not something fun for the players. But because it's a fun marathon, people will watch it. I guess I'll do one right here. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the food and drink part of Zeldathon. A lot of people actually don't know, like, what do we eat at these marathons? And overall, what you need to do is consider your stomachs. Because during this marathon, you're mostly going to be probably drinking soda pop and or water. And I very much do recommend diluting all that soda with water. And, juices and stuff, have those type of drinks available. But you want to make sure your stomach stays kind of bland. And you want to also get a lot of carbs in you for long-lasting energy. And so that's why at Zeldathon, we very much eat a lot of pretzels, is one of the biggest snack foods. And if somebody's starting to feel bad, we hand them the bag of pretzels. So the pretzels will settle their stomach, but if it doesn't really work, they can just throw up into the bag. And as for more substantial foods, we like to eat a lot of noodly goodness, because noodles are very high in carbs, and for the most part, like I said inside a random opinion, noodles can be you can apply a whole bunch of different sauces. You can turn them into mac and cheese. You can make goulash. You can go ahead and make ramen type noodles, and go with that. So noodles are a very flexible type of food, and they're very useful at Zeldathon for that type of thing. And as for energy type foods, we eat a lot of pixie sticks mostly at Zeldathon. We have those for energy, to just give a nice big rush of sugar. Personally, pixie sticks don't affect me, because by the time Zeldathon starts, I already have I have a Coke right here. I'm just take a big swig of it, because my entire body's just running on Coca-Cola most of the time, but even more so as Zeldathon starts to begin. Around this time, I need a lot of energy, so I drink a lot of Coca-Cola. And I before you guys say, ooh, it is not healthy, and I do not recommend to anybody out there who's looking for healthy foods to ever eat and drink all this caffeine. But it's just, I don't know. I'm not wise with my food choices, I suppose. But overall, at Zeldathon, it's just about keeping food inside your belly, having those snacks to snack on, and filling your stomach so it doesn't feel empty and start aching. And nobody feels good when they have a stomach ache, especially at Zeldathon. I've thrown up. Oh yeah, I've thrown up at Zeldathon more times than I'd like to admit. And sometimes you just get sick, and that's the way it goes. And when somebody gets sick at Zeldathon, it's a sad day, but they get over it. And sometimes if people have really bad sickness, they have to leave, and that's horrible. I hate when people have to leave the marathon. Zellathon is a great thing, and again, I know I've been talking about it all nonstop, but really being able to do this at the end of my night before I go to sleep is something that's very, very useful for me to be able to kind of unwind and kind of give some thoughts on the marathon, and it helps me kind of as a person understand where I'm coming from, because I do all these things for this marathon, but sometimes I don't really remember it as well as I'd like to. So being able to kind of like write it down inside audio form is extremely helpful, and I'm very thankful for those of you who listen. And I'm sure after Zellathon I'm going to have some post-Zellathon discussion, but then it'll die down until winter, and then I'll go crazy with it again. I'm quite excited about Zellathon winter, and this Zellathon summer hasn't even started. Oh, jeez. Oh, something I forgot to mention yesterday, I'm going to be getting YouTube live streaming soon. I spoke with my guy from Maker Studios, and he was like, yeah, you seem pretty cool. I'll add you to the queue. And so I'm added to a queue to receive YouTube Live, and I'll hopefully get it, and I'll be able to do some Minecraft streams here, as well as cross-streaming it to Fun for Freedom, so that way, those of you here on YouTube who are fans only on YouTube, you can watch me here and comment and stuff like that, and you don't even have to associate with Fun for Freedom if you don't want to, and whatever. I think you should be part of Fun for Freedom. I'm going to head back now. So as always, as all this beautiful, beautiful stuff happens, I'm going to be, I actually used more of Keek, like a 30-second video update from my phone. I did a few of those yesterday, as well as I showed some pictures of me packing up the stuff. It wasn't an exciting day for the new Twitter account, but I mean, I very much implore you to check out that Twitter account and follow it if you like. If you don't use Twitter, you don't need to tweet to use Twitter. You can just listen, and I mean, I would recommend that, because it's just so easy to get updates from people. But yes, I'm going to be detailing all the Zellathon setup live at the MC Gamer event Twitter. Go follow that. That's the first link inside the description. And just enjoy watching as I work hard towards this awesome marathon to raise money for the Child's Play charity. So much energy. Ever again. Less than 3. Team Canada. It's your random opinion. The hardest problems in life are most of the time solved with a hug. That's more of a random thought, but I don't care. Good morning, Mindcrack.